guys, welcome to Question, Wings and Things for Melbourne Season 2, Season 4 overall. Today we've got Karl Mohan from crypto.com. He's the GM of APAC, Middle East and Africa. Welcome, mate.
Thank you for having me, James.
Yeah, no worries, excited to have you. How are you feeling?
Feeling very nervous, but good to be here too.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What have you heard about the experience from some close friends that have been on?
All I've seen is folks cursing, swearing, so I'm gonna try to be polite. That's my goal today. So I've got certain curse words going to be bleeped out, but let's see how we go.
I think there will be a lot of cursing from me as well, so don't worry about that. Curse all you want. So the format is 5 hot sauces with our vegan option nuggets,
Yes.
and then 5 questions. Obviously, we'll run through your journey, but let's dig in.
Sounds good.
So shake it up a bit as well.
What? All right, let's do this.
Dip it in, yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. It'll build, but as it builds, I'll ask the first question. So, you've got a really good background in fintech, obviously from banking through to payments with WiseGuard, and then now crypto.com. So, how has the transition been, and any surprises so far in the crypto world?
Crypto world's full of surprises, James, as you know, but from a career journey perspective, you know, I wish there was a grand plan, but there isn't one. You know, I sort of stumble along the way. Oh my God, this is hot!
Oh, it gets worse from here, man.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to control the build-up, and I'm trying to think of the answer. Well, there's no real grand design here, James. Basically, stumbled upon it through my career from, you know, having good mentors that guided me through it. My lucky break came in from joining the National Australia Bank, so I was a banker for a while. And in banking, which is why I still feel like, you know, whilst I'm in crypto, you know, there's a lot of folks that believes that crypto would, you know, eat banking. I think they coexist. That's my view. And throughout the journey, you know, right mentors that guided me through it, and got into payments because of one of my mentors who was in the bank. He built his career in payments, in banking, got me into payments. So I worked with him for a while. His name's John Cox. He's now the CTO for Coles.
Oh, cool.
Brilliant mentor. I have immense respect for him because a lot of things that I've learned in life, or at least in my career, came from him. And the way I joined crypto was, you know, when we were in payments back in 2013-14, Ripple was picking up, and you know, I saw it, presented it to John, and John was excited as well, and we spoke about it. We were going to do a whole bunch of experiments, and you know, with a lot of projects, the bank had to prioritize a number of things, and so I kept reading up on it, you know, got really excited, went down the rabbit hole, as people call it, and then the opportunity came up in 2020 or 2021 to help with a number of consulting projects with crypto.com. I did that, and eventually landed a gig there.
Yeah, amazing. Good work on that answer, by the way. You powered through it.
So far so good. I'm surviving. My endorphins are kicking in, James.
Yeah. So I haven't heard on this show that people hallucinate, but apparently, if you get really, really spicy food, you can hallucinate sometimes. Hopefully that doesn't happen today.
So if I start speaking gibberish, we know why.
100%.
Right.
So we'll dig into question 2. This one is a heavy hitter.
Okay.
So
Oh,
there we go.
there we go.
Cheers. Bottoms up. Stings the nostrils.
Holy mother of angels!
Merlin's beard.
It says made with great karma. Yeah, right.
I'll just start going redder and redder as this goes on. So
I'm gonna start sweating. It's gonna be, you know, a torrential downpour soon.
right. Question number 2. So I'm a massive crypto fan myself. I keep an eye on obviously all the new businesses popping up, any white papers, essentially any way to, you know, get invested early and see what might happen. So I suppose there's any advice from your side for anyone looking to get into crypto, NFTs, or make some investments early on?
I don't know how you're talking.
That was a struggle.
Oh, James. I hope I'm gonna make sense here. I think, you know, like everything investing, don't invest in things that you don't understand.
Yeah.
I think that's the first port of call. And again, total disclaimer, this is not investment advice.
Yeah, of course.
Do your own research and things like that. But
bit of advice: don't invest when you're doing hot wings.
Hot
There you
wings!
go.
And I think the main thing is do your own research, learn about why crypto exists in the first place.
Yeah.
If you haven't read the Bitcoin white paper, don't invest yet.
Yeah.
Read the paper. I would recommend reading the Ethereum white paper as well. Nick Szabo and Charlie Pacheri. That's how I got into it. My first investment was in Ethereum because I believed in the premise of a supercomputer, smart contracts, and things of that sort. And that's the main focus. And like any investment class, you've got to understand your risk. Don't invest in something that you're not willing to lose, especially in a very high risk industry like crypto.
Yeah.
And ultimately, start small, invest what you can lose where it doesn't hurt, to learn and understand. Because one of the things that I learned is after I've invested in crypto is when I started learning more about crypto.
Yeah.
Because there's a vested interest, there's a need to understand, and finally, research on your own, right? So stay away from TikTok videos, stay away from YouTube, do your own research. Depend on reliable sources. That's key advice. And, take a very, very long-term view, and don't worry about price fluctuations.
Yeah. I minted myself as an NFT, but it hasn't done well on OpenSea.
Really?
It's just a picture. It's just a cartoon of my ginger face. I'll send you the link, but it's just a little cartoon of me. But how did you find that one?
It's still going through my system, and I can tell you, it's like the saliva is building up, my eyes are tearing, it's sweating heaps under the cap.
Yeah. My mouth went completely numb.
What's this one?
Right, there's a theme to them all. They're all called death, right? So this one's called Mega Death, right? So we'll jump on number 3, if you're ready and willing.
All right.
See, now they're start blending into one.
They all start off easy, but it's such a deception.
Yeah. Right, question number 3, I suppose. As we talked about when you first arrived, Crypto.com is absolutely everywhere. I've seen you guys recently advertising the World Cup, the UFC, Formula 1, obviously AFL. So even since you joined, how has that user journey and user growth, how's it looked?
Absolutely. I think firstly, when I joined, Crypto.com had roughly about 1 or 2 million customers. That's when I started consulting with them. And this was way before the ads, James, before our sponsorship deals. And very quickly, because of our products and services, and it's basically very simple. We're very targeted at consumers and retail consumers and making it simple, easy, and transparent for them to really understand how to get invested, how to get started in crypto. So saw that quickly rise to 5 million. And then by end of 2021, of course, we did the ad. We did the Matt Damon ad. That was the big one. The rebranding of Staples Center to the Crypto.com Arena. F1 sponsorship and UFC were the first. And we grew from 5 million to 10 million by December 2021.
Wow.
And by June last year, that number had exploded to 50 million.
Wow.
So we had grown 5 times further. And in September, October last year, we released the numbers again. We are standing at 70 million users at the moment. Now, obviously, there's a number of factors that has enabled us to grow. Of course, the association with sports and the ability for us to get our brand name out there has really facilitated. But also, I'd like to highlight the fact that the product's simple, easy, and very focused on getting consumers to be able to understand what crypto is, and before they start investing, our association with the Crypto.com Visa card, for example, helps as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I was having a look at them. They look like good options. I like the metal versions as well, they're great.
You should get one.
Yeah. I have to ask my wife first. How was that one?
That was alright. The second one was the biggest thing to me, and I think maybe it's all numb now, James.
Yeah, same. I tearing up a bit.
But the nostrils are running.
It's intense. We're moving on. I think we're
Alright.
number 4 now. So keeping in with the death theme, it's sudden death this time. So
Alright.
right, numero 4. In an ever-changing world, obviously that's a very, very quick pace in the crypto world. What?
How are you still talking? How are you still talking?
I don't know. It's just like I'm like ChatGPT.
That's right. Just give them
automate
response.
everything like a robot.
All right, I'm gonna go for the boat this time.
In an ever-changing world, obviously in that space, what do you think the future looks like for Web3, blockchain, crypto?
Okay, I think there's 3 major broad themes to where I see the future.
Yeah.
The genesis of me getting into crypto still stands. In the space of payments. Australia, we're very blessed, James. Payments is easy. It's simple, and most developed countries is simple, right? But once you start moving out of developed infrastructure, let's take Sri Lanka for example, where government currencies are being debased significantly and values being deteriorating, because of inflation. If people wanted to transfer funds or be able to pay someone and be able to rely on a currency, they can't, right? And crypto facilitates that in a number of ways. One is, it allows payments to occur instantaneously. Whilst there's a lot of naysayers who say crypto is slow, but there's a lot of investment and development taking place to actually make it faster. Number 2, cross-border payments. Again, if you're transferring funds back home, or even to maybe to somewhere in sub-Saharan Africa, takes months, take months, and half your value disappears, right? So a significant use case for cross-border payments. The second is, for me, where I think there's huge value is the tokenization of hard assets.
Yeah.
So, when you're buying a house, right? Why can't I just be able to transfer tokens? Or if I'm buying gold, why can't I actually buy the rights to the ownership of gold and hold it as a crypto token, right?
Amazing. Well, very well done. And I'm going to ask you a bonus question, which is a fun one. You're on a desert island. You can take one meal that you'll eat for the rest of your life in the desert island. So one meal, one beverage, and one music album. What you're taking?
Food would be vegan Mexican chili. 100% I can eat that every day.
Lovely.
Right. One game. What is it?
One
beverage. Oh, it has to be my current favorite, Kaiju's hoppy beer.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It is the best. It's the bomb. Definitely coming with me in truckloads.
Yeah.
One album, at the moment, it would have to be Charlotte DeWitt's Best Of. I just love her at the moment. I love the sounds, the tunes that she mixes. It's gonna be her.
Amazing. I'm gonna answer that as well. I think I would do a Sunday roast, a beef Sunday roast, Yorkshire pudding, mash, roasties, all that. I'll take a Balter XPA.
Yeah.
Balter is my favourite wine at the moment. Lovely drop.
They are so good.
Or maybe a whiskey, maybe a Lafroig. I don't know, I'm torn. And then album probably would be Metallica, the Black Album. Mate, absolute pleasure.
Yes.
Thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, James, and this is a unique experience.
Yeah.
I never had my tongue burned so much. It's still hurting, but thank you for having me.
No worries, buddy. Thanks very much. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time. Mate, you smashed it.